8 Rules of Love by Jay Shetty, Audiobook Summary. Love is a journey we all long to master, but most of us walk into it blindly hoping instinct will guide us. Jay Shetty, the best-selling author and purpose coach, takes us on a deeply personal and transformational exploration of love in his book 8 Rules of Love. Drawing from ancient wisdom, modern psychology, and his own experience as a monk, Shetty unpacks the stages of love from loneliness to self-love, from dating to healing, and ultimately to building a long-lasting partnership. These are not rules meant to restrict or confine us. Instead, they are powerful insights that illuminate the path to meaningful relationships. Whether you're single, dating, healing from a breakup, or trying to strengthen your bond, these 8 rules are your roadmap to love that feels real, intentional, and enduring. Rule 1: Let yourself be alone. The first rule in Jay Shetty's book challenges the widespread fear of being alone. We often mistake solitude for loneliness and seek relationships out of fear rather than readiness. Shetty emphasizes that the foundation of love begins with understanding who we are when we are alone. Solitude is not a void but a space to rediscover ourselves without external validation. When we learn to be comfortable in our own presence, we begin to understand our values, desires, and boundaries. Shetty describes this phase as essential preparation before entering any relationship. Without self-awareness, we risk becoming lost in someone else's expectations or emotional turbulence. So instead of rushing to find someone to complete us, we should embrace being alone as a powerful step toward becoming whole. Rule 2: Don't ignore your karma. In the second rule, Shetty brings attention to the role of karma in love. This is not just spiritual karma, but emotional karma, the patterns and baggage we carry from past relationships, childhood, or family dynamics. If we ignore these unresolved issues, we unconsciously repeat them in every new relationship. Shetty urges readers to reflect on past relationships and identify recurring patterns. Why do we always fall for emotionally unavailable people? Why do we sabotage connections when things get serious? These are not coincidences but echoes of unhealed wounds. By doing the inner work and breaking these cycles, we allow ourselves to show up fully and honestly in love. He also discusses the importance of forgiveness, not for others but for our own freedom. Letting go of resentment and guilt clears the emotional space needed for love to thrive. Rule 3: Define love before you think it, feel it, or say it. What is love, really? Before we can expect to find or give love, Shetty says we must define it for ourselves. Too often, we inherit our understanding of love from pop culture, childhood fairy tales, or past heartbreaks. But real love isn't obsession or lust. It isn't just attraction or butterflies. Real love is an action, not just a feeling. Shetty outlines different types of love: romantic, platonic, compassionate, and explores how our misconceptions often lead to disappointment. By taking the time to define love based on values, growth, and purpose, we gain clarity about what we truly want and deserve. He reminds us that love is not something we fall into blindly but something we grow into with intention. Knowing what love means to us also helps us set clear boundaries, communicate better, and recognize real connection when it shows up. Rule 4: Your partner is not your purpose. In this powerful and much-needed reminder, Shetty dismantles the myth that finding the one is life's ultimate goal. While love is beautiful and vital, it should not consume our identity or become our entire purpose. Our partner is not meant to complete us but to grow alongside us. When we rely on another person for happiness, validation, or a sense of self, we put immense pressure on the relationship and lose sight of our individuality. Shetty encourages readers to pursue personal purpose, passions, and growth independent of their romantic life. A strong relationship is built on two whole people, not two halves trying to fill a void. When both partners have their own sense of direction, they become better lovers, better friends, and better teammates. Love should be a partnership that complements your life's purpose, not replace it. Rule 5: Win or lose together. The fifth rule shifts the lens from individual needs to shared goals. In any relationship, challenges are inevitable. The key, Shetty explains, is to approach them as a team. It's not about who's right or wrong but how you both grow through the conflict. Too often, we treat arguments like competitions, trying to win at the cost of the relationship. But love is not a game. It's a collaboration. Shetty introduces the idea of we thinking instead of me thinking. When partners see themselves as allies rather than adversaries, every problem becomes an opportunity for deeper connection. He provides tools for healthy communication, conflict resolution, and emotional honesty. Listening becomes more important than defending. Understanding becomes more powerful than judging. In the end, love isn't about keeping score, it's about creating a space where both people can win together. Rule 6: You don't break in a breakup. Heartbreak can feel like the end of everything. But Jay Shetty flips that narrative with Rule 6. He says a breakup doesn't mean you're broken, it means you're growing. Pain is real, yes, but so is healing. In this rule, Shetty walks readers through the emotional terrain of loss and grief with compassion and clarity. He reminds us that breakups aren't failures, but lessons. They reveal what we need, what we value, and where we still need to grow. Shetty shares tools for healing, including forgiveness, self-care, journaling, and rediscovering joy. The key is not to rush the process or numb the pain but to face it with honesty. When we allow ourselves to feel fully and reflect deeply, we emerge stronger, wiser, and more prepared for a love that matches who we've become. Love lost is not love wasted. It is part of the journey towards something more real. Rule 7: Love again and again. Many people fear love after heartbreak. They build walls instead of bridges and protect themselves from pain by shutting out joy. Shetty challenges this fear with Rule 7: Love again and again. Real love requires courage, not just the first time but every time. It means opening your heart even when it's been hurt, believing in connection even after loss. Loving again doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means growing from it. Shetty reassures readers that we are not limited to one great love story in our lifetime. Each experience prepares us for the next, and love evolves as we do. He also discusses how self-love is the soil in which all other love grows. When we treat ourselves with kindness, respect, and patience, we attract people who do the same. Love is not a one-time miracle. It is a daily choice. And it's worth choosing again and again. Rule 8: Love is a daily practice. The final rule is perhaps the most important. Love is not something that just happens. It is something we do, again and again, with care and effort. Shetty compares love to a muscle, it grows stronger with consistent use. Real love isn't built on grand romantic gestures but on small daily actions. Saying thank you, listening deeply, showing up, being kind, expressing appreciation, and taking responsibility are all ways we practice love. Over time, these habits shape the health and longevity of a relationship. Shetty warns against complacency, which is the slow death of many connections. We often stop doing what made love beautiful in the first place. To keep love alive, we must be intentional every day. Whether you're in a new relationship or a decades-long marriage, love thrives when we choose it over and over again. Love is not found. Love is made. Jay Shetty's 8 Rules of Love is more than a relationship guide. It's a spiritual and emotional blueprint for living and loving with awareness. Each rule is rooted in ancient wisdom but made practical for modern life. The book invites us to redefine love, not as something we fall into, but as something we rise into. Love is a journey, not a destination. And with these 8 rules, Shetty helps us walk that journey with grace, clarity, and purpose. If you're ready to love not just harder, but better, this book is your map.